Alright battlers, in today's video I have one of the newest and most impressive Shadow Pokemon. Shadow Forretress was just handed over to us by the Rockets. This team also has a very interesting Legacy Hypno. Let's get into it. Today's Shadow Forretress team is brought to us by 2O Butters, an incredible shoutcaster. Go ahead and follow him on Twitch. He does his GBLs live, and follow him on Twitter as well. Links in the description. Here we go with Shadow Forretress lead into that Registeel. As you can tell, even though it's a Shadow Forretress tanks that Focus Blast, he's going to go straight for the Earthquake. 50-50 chance it's a bait. And it lands, devastating that Registeel. One shot. Here comes Azumarill. He's going to fire off the second weapon in Forretress's arsenal, the Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot does have a chance to lower your opponent's attack. It does not work there, unfortunately, but it does put Butters in a wonderful position there, winning the lead, coming in with his Azumarill, even though he is running Hydro Pump and Ice Beam here. Because that Azumarill does have less health, he is at a good advantage in this scenario. He's going to go ahead and fire off a Hydro Pump here in the mirror against Azumarill. His opponent switches into Haunter, and Butters has to be breathing a sigh of relief that Haunter is going to get deleted by Shadow Hypno in the back with a fantastic moveset. This Hypno is rocking Confusion, Psyshock, and Fire Punch. This is one of the rarest movesets I've ever seen on a Hypno. That Psyshock is not expected and is going to fry his opponents if they are not prepared for it. In comes Azumarill, and Butters is going to shield up here. It was the Ice Beam, which is the worst case scenario, but he's going to Confusion down. He's working really hard, and he's going to get there just at the last moment. The power of Confusion. Game 2 going up against Ryan Swag, an awesome content creator. I will link down to him as well. Forretress is going to eat that Hypno, so Ryan switches into Altaria. Out comes the Azumarill with the Ice Beam. This is a very clean matchup for Butters. No reason to be concerned here. He's going to eat that Sky Attack and then go straight for the first Ice Beam. Altaria taking that. It's going to take a few more bubbles to bring it down, and Butters is going to have to survive one more Sky Attack, but he has maintained switch advantage, and he is in good position here. Ryan Swag, the Swag Man, is going to think things over. He does excellent guides on Game Press to all kinds of Pokemon Go events, and he does his own videos as well. Just an awesome content creator and a cool guy. Here comes Hypno against Meganium. This Fire Punch is going to hurt, but Meganium is going to wallop this Hypno with the Frenzy Plant, taking a nice chunk. In comes a Shadow Hypno like we saw in the lead. Butters is going to go straight for his Fire Punch here, but the swap did the job. It's going to allow him to bring in that Shadow Forretress to clean up on this Hypno, and Shadow Forretress has a good matchup with Hypno and the Meganium. Butters going to wait down that switch timer just a few more seconds. In comes the Azu to eat up this energy. Very high level play here by Butters to try to drain that Hypno before the Forretress comes in. In comes that Meganium, and just like last game we saw Butters beat his opponent with 2 shields, I think Butters is going to claim this match with both of his shields as well. Frenzy Plant heavily resisted by Bug and Steel type Forretress, and that is a clean W. Going to this match, Shadow Forretress into Altaria. This is not one of the better leads that you want to see. Just by the virtue of that Dragon Breath, it's going to melt this Steel type over time, and the Sky Attacks will take a hefty chunk. Butters goes straight for the Mirror Shot there, and here comes the first Sky Attack. But as you can tell, just like Shadow Hypno, Forretress is one of those Pokemon that has such a high stat product that even in the Shadow version, it can definitely take some punishment. Here comes Azu into Azu Mirror. He's going to go for the Hydro Pump here. Question is, does this Azu have Play Rough or not? The Hydro Pump Mirror is going to be very close, but Play Rough is going to be winnable for his opponent, and his opponent does have the Play Rough. Azu Mirror matches are never that much fun to talk about, so it's kind of hard to find things to mention during the battle right now, but we can just be thankful it's not an Umbreon Mirror or a Skarmory Mirror. Butters pulling the switch into Hypno here, going to fire off some Confusions, trying to fast move down the Azumarill, and he's going to throw up his first shield here to catch the Hydro Pump. Very nice catch. In comes Galarian Stunfisk. This trainer probably thinks that Butters is packing Thunder Punch and Ice Punch, so he goes straight for the Fire Punch, and it goes right through. He's got a ton of energy as well. Here comes an attack from that Galarian Stunfisk, and it will be Earthquake. Hypno still holding strong, going straight for a Fire Punch here. If this lands, it won't KO, but it'll bring this Stunfisk very low. He's actually going to almost be able to Confusion down, but he's got to spend this last shield here. It is a Rock Slide. His opponent has 2 shields. Butters has some energy, but his Pokemon are weak. Is there a win condition here? Can he figure out how to bring this match back? He does catch that first shield with a Psy Shot, going for the Ice Beam here with the Azumarill after the fast swap. Going to catch that second shield. Altaria is shieldless, but very healthy. This Sky Tech will take down the Azumarill, and I don't see a win condition here, battlers. This is going to be very, very close. Azumarill goes down. In comes Forretress. Going to go straight for the Mirror Shot here, hoping for the attack debuff and to take a little bit of chip damage from the Altaria. But look at this, Shadow Bug Bites catching up. That Altaria is forced to throw its attack here, KOing the Forretress. Can Hypno close this out? In comes Hypno. 1 confusion, 1 opponent left. Here comes another confusion. GG's. Very, very beautiful win by Butters. Going into this matchup, Shadow Forretress into Shadow Machamp. Shadow Machamp is the big bully we've been seeing all over the Go Battle League. Part of the reason it's such a threat is because it can do well against Azumarill, but because that was a switched in Azumarill, his opponent is going to swap out. That Machamp does have a lot of energy saved up though, so Butters has to be cautious. Gotta hang on to those shields and hope to line up that Hypno with the Machamp down the road. The Play Rough comes through and his Azumarill drops into the yellow first. This is not a good mirror match for Butters in this situation. He might be thinking about what he can do to get some energy together so that when his opponent KOs him, eventually he can come out strong and try to flip this match around. Here comes a Forretress though, fast swap by Butters, gaining a lot of energy here. In comes Registeel. Butters is going to go straight for that Earthquake again. Super aggressive play. Will it land? It does. The Registeel is not ready. That was so absurd there. Nice land of the Earthquake on the Registeel. His opponent still has 2 shields, and he's got to be kicking himself because that was really, really rough. Here comes a Mirror Shot against this opponent that just dropped in. It will be the Machamp. No attack debuff, but that is perfectly okay. Butters is going to bring in his Azumarill here to soak up this energy. Another high-level play that I really want you to take away from these battles here. Butters does a really good job of knowing when his opponent is going to use the energy and making them waste it. In comes the Azumarill. Play Rough is going to get shielded, Confusion down, and this is a GG's. Very high level rank 10 battles here. This was at the end of season 2. Battlers, if you've enjoyed Shadow Forretress so far, drop me a like, show Butters some love on Twitch and Twitter, and leave me a comment. If you like the new layout as well with the little shadow plumes, let me know. I really want your feedback on that and everything. I read every single comment and I take everything you say to heart. Gonna go ahead and throw the Earthquake again against the Registeel. Can we go 3 of 3 with the no shields? And no, Registeel is going to shield. Just avoiding that devastation that the Earthquake would have caused. In comes a Hypno to catch this Flash Cannon. His opponent is down 1 shield to Butters 2, and he's about to get out the Fire Punch, but the Flash Cannon comes through first. Butters working up a lot of energy here. He's only 1 confusion away from the second Fire Punch, which is going to put a lot of pressure on this Registeel, but his opponent drops the last shield. A beautifully timed swap by the opponent to catch this Fire Punch with his Swampert. High-level plays. Butters cannot get out of there yet. He is going to let Hypno go. At this point, Butters is at a crossroad. He's going to come in here with the Forretress and try to catch this energy with the Azumarill, but he's able to KO with fast moves, which is actually even better. In comes a Registeel, and he's got to be thinking Hydro Pump here. Registeel going to go ahead and fire off the Flash Cannon, taking a nice little chunk out of Azumarill, and then Butters goes straight for the Hydro Pump. Taking down Registeel, the last Pokemon is Altaria. Butters still has 1 shield left, so this is looking pretty good for the Azumarill and the weakened Forretress in the back. He's going to go ahead and shield up the first Sky Attack and go straight for the Ice Beam. Swapping into Forretress for a little bit of glory to close this game out with a beautiful Mirror Shot Shadow Forretress Flex. Going into this game against my buddy Panic, one of the best players in the world, Shadow Forretress into Blastoise. This is not a matchup that Forretress wants to see because the water guns are going to melt that steel type. with his finger on the trigger, does not get the swap through. Gonna have to shield the first Hydro Cannon here, and Butters is going to go for the Earthquake. Very nice, landing on the Blastoise, gonna win that lead, down a shield, but he did not give up switch advantage. Here comes Panic with the Registeel. Can Butters get to a second Earthquake? Here comes an attack from the Registeel, and he is actually going to stay in. Shielding the Focus Blast, going for the Mirror Shot bait. Will Panic take the bait? He does. That Mirror Shot is going to be shielded. In comes Hypno, easily going to catch this Flash Cannon, but I don't think he can survive a second one. Hypno has secured the Fire Punch, but a beautiful swap by Panic. High level players here going to catch the Fire Punch with that Deoxys. No Shadow Ball on Hypno here, so it's going to have a hard time. Battlers, if you were wondering how we got Psyshock on a Shadow Hypno, this was an Elite TM situation. Some of these Pokemon like Lapras that you can give Ice Shard to with an Elite TM, or Swampert, Shadow Mudkip can become Shadow Swampert, and you use an Elite TM to give it Hydro Cannon. These are really, really powerful Pokemon, and all the more reason to collect these Elite Charge TMs as they become available. Trying to bubble down Deoxys, not going to turn out. Panic going to fire off that Thunderbolt as a parting gift to the little Azumarill. Here comes a Registeel, not allowing Butters to farm any more energy. Going to go ahead and use the Flash Cannon here and bring that Azumarill down very deep into the red. Ice Beam bait, will it grab the shield? And it does. Butters is just on his baits in this match, doing very, very well, but Registeel is going to get to that Flash Cannon first. Is there a win condition here for Butters? He comes in with that Forretress, going to try to Bug Bite down, but he pulls the trigger on the Mirror Shot. Forretress limping along, but he is able to Bug Bite down Deoxys. Next match is against Ramberto, one of the best players in the country, in the USA, hails from California, an awesome, incredible battler. He's going to lead that Tropius into a Azumarill. Now here comes the swap, Butters into that Hypno, and look at this, Ramberto is ready. Sableye is going to do damage to this Hypno, going straight for that Fire Punch, and Ramberto does not shield. That is a nice, purified Sableye, undoubtedly packing that return. Still one of my favorite Pokemon to use. Here comes a shield from Butters. Very interesting situation here, but he is trying to flip this match around because he wants that switch advantage. Here comes a second foul play, and Butters is not going to double shield here, allowing the Sableye to take a chunk out of the Hypno there, but the Underfarm allows Ramberto to get a couple more Shadow Claws, and he's got energy loaded. In comes the Azumarill, a nice hard wall, but does not want to take that return. I think Butters was contemplating the swap there to try to catch the return, but it doesn't go through. Azumarill taking a big loss in health. Out comes the Forretress, and Roberto has played this very, very well. Forretress is going to go up here for the Earthquake, but that Galarian Stunfisk is a huge threat. Going to shield up the Rock Slide. Ramberto on the baits here. Here comes Butters with the Earthquake. Will Ramberto shield? And he does. What a high level play here, calling these baits. Some days it's just, you're just on. You just have these moments where you can call these baits so beautifully. Forretress survives that Earthquake and is able to get to one of his own. Insane big plays by Butters and his Shadow Fort, taking down Stunfisk, making the fast swap. Here comes the Ice Beam. Can Butters close this out? Hitting that Tropius for super effective. He gets to the Ice Beam, but it's not in time. Forretress is barely hanging on. Can he pull it back? And this Tropius has way too much energy, right down to the wire, these two elite battlers. Final match of the video. If you're still here and you've enjoyed this footage, leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and definitely go over to Twitch and give Butters a follow. Awesome shoutcaster, awesome battler. Also the other creators that we've seen in this video, Ryan Swag, go ahead and show them some love. We got to grow this community. Here comes an Earthquake from the Shadow Forretress into Azumarill, takes a nice chunk. As you can tell, his opponent did achieve rank 10, rocking that Steven uniform. Here comes a Mirror Shot from the Forretress, which is not going to KO the Azumarill, but it does drop that attack. One Confusion farmed up, in comes Defense Form Deoxys, and this battler is betting that there is not a Shadow Ball on this Hypno. Deoxys dropping the Rock Slide on the Hypno. Here comes a Fire Punch bait. Can he draw that first shield from his opponent? And he does. Butters, very, very nice baiting there. but he's forced to burn his shield here on this Deoxys Rock Slide. He's got quite a bit of energy here, up to 2 Fire Punches. I think he can go straight Fire Punch here and have a good chance at possibly KOing this Deoxys with the Confusion if both of them get through. Deoxys is going to allow both of them through. Here comes the swap into Altaria. Forretress goes down there. A bit of an ill-timed swap here by Butters. Probably the only real mistake I've seen him make this entire video. In comes the Azumarill here, and this Altaria is going to get to the Sky Attack first. Looks like Butters did change up his moveset for this last game. He is rocking Hydro Pump and Play Rough this time. Play Rough is not going to be as effective against Altaria, but it still doesn't make Azu any less of an Altaria counter. Still a very hard wall. Here comes another Sky Attack from the Altaria, and Butters is going to work up to another Play Rough, which he fires off right here. Bring that Altaria down into the red. In comes Hypno to try to get some energy together. Out comes that Deoxys. He's going to throw the Fire Punch here. And I believe Butters closes this out with the Shadow Hypno. Battlers, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a like, comment down below what you thought, and then subscribe for more Go Battle League videos.